Hi, everybody. I hope you're staying warm and or not slipping and sliding. And today we're going to hone in on about 5 or 6 moves that if you're concerned about muscle loss, these are the ones that really you need to focus on. Then springboard to other things once you get going. But when you've been off of it for a while, hone in on these. So yes, we're going to do carries. So I hope you were seeing how I was turning around there. And if you just hesitate when you're turning around to take those steps, as I went over last Wednesday, hesitate. Pull yourself up, meaning rib cage up, okay? Brace and drop your shoulders. If you will just do that on a regular basis, that will be like a huge thing to do that. We're going to start with the most simplest thing. And if you are ready and you've been being active and you've been doing homework, like loading on Monday and Friday, fine. Put on a weight vest on your shoulders or just pick up about a 9-pound or a 10-pound, holding it tandemly together. Tandem, I guess, would be one at a time. So you want to hold it together. So I'm doing it because I know most of you who come on with me have these units or you have weights. And so right off the bat, I'm going to add some weight to my frame. And if the only way I can do it is to pick up a free weight, then I'm going to hold it tandemly to get me started. I'm going to give myself 2 inches by using this little balance pad, okay? And I'm just going to stand in front of that, and I'm going to do a sit to stand. But I'm not going to do it fast. And that's what you've got to hear. I'm going to come down and feel the pressure in my feet. And if I wanted to really catapult myself into what our major goal is to load, then put a weight vest on, put a backpack on, pick up a weight. I'm going to sit to stand. And this is a sit to stand. And if I'm going to do a sit to stand with a weight, I'm going to keep the weight close to me. I'm going to hip hinge. I'm going to keep my chin tucked. I'm going to make sure my toes are pretty straight forward. At best, just if you feel more comfortable with them out just a little bit, that's fine. To stand, that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to hold the weight close, okay? So let's say I have a weight vest on, which I don't today, and then I'm going to sit to stand. And here's the biggest thing on a sit to stand. Where do you feel the pressure in your feet? You want to push back and push into the heels and then sit. Then when you stand, that's a little quicker. That's a 1-2. And see, I'm keeping my elbows tucked. Big breath, exhale. Take a breath, exhale. Okay? Take a breath, exhale, and hold, 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 hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. You go down just a little slower. Here's the deal. When you're doing a test on a sit to stand, to really see how's your muscles, how's your bones, how's your joints going, it's a quick, you're trying to see how many sit to stands you can do in 30 seconds. Okay, but when you're working and you really want to get into the muscle, don't go so fast. Push your butt back, keep your elbows tucked, keep your chin tucked, and as you go down, you slow it down. Then you stand. Now, when I'm fully standing right now, I want you to shift into your toes and lift your heels a little. not a lot. Drop your shoulders. I've got 12 pounds right here that I just added to this particular move, okay? Then I am softening my knees, and when I'm fully standing, I squeeze my gluteals, but then I'm going to just raise my heels. Once, twice, maybe 3 times. Then I'm going to go back into the sit down. Let me tell you something. The reason I started, okay, breath, drop your shoulders, soften your knees, bring your heels up. Not much. I'm just wanting you to shift into your toe box. Then when you're coming down, you're starting to hesitate more and more, but I still have this 12 pounds right here. I'm keeping my elbows tucked. Take a big breath. Exhale, 1, 2. It's a 1, 2 count. Squeeze the gluteals. Shift your weight into your toes. Lift your heels just for a couple seconds. Then go back to the heels. Now push the taillights back. And you come down, and we're going to start hesitating now. Take a breath. Oh, what I was going to tell you, I said, let me tell you, and I didn't tell you. The sit to stand is where I will almost always try to start somebody if they're really, really worried about function, strength as it leads to better function. Because sit to stand is something that you gotta hang on to. You got to. If you want to maintain your independence, get very good at sit to stands. What we're doing right now. Now, I've added just a few little elements, and I hope you're getting that. I'm dropping my shoulders. Right now, my gluteals are I'm squeezing the quarter. Now I'm going to shift into the toe box, and I'm going to lift my heels. And I'm just going to hang out there for a couple of seconds. Then I'm going to shift back, and I'm going to come down slowly. And I am not going to let my knees go in or out. And I'm going to hang out just before I sit. Okay? Now I've done enough where I'm ready now to sit a little deeper. And what do I mean by that? I'm going to remove 2 inches from my chair surface by pulling that little pad out. That's my balance pad. And it's about 2 inches high. Okay? Take a big breath. Now I'm going to lengthen my elbows, drop my shoulders, and as I come down now, I'm going to have to go a little lower. So come down lower, come down lower, come down lower, and then sit into that chair. Now you should be at the point where you're really good and warmed up, the lower body especially, and the upper body, because I picked up this 12-pound weight, okay? And I'm holding it tandemly, all right? So now I've got to come up 2 more inches. So stay with me, okay? Just stay with me, because people gloss over these things and they say, oh yeah, do 10 to 25 squats every day. And then they just talk about it and they don't do it. I'm doing it with you. Don't jump ahead. If you want to make it harder, hold for a little longer, pick up more weight, or put a weight vest on. That'll get your attention. Okay, so now I've lengthened my arms. I'm going to do the same modality, but I'm 2 inches lower. Breath, drop my shoulders. And I'm going to come up, 1, 2, squeeze the gluteals, go into my toe box, almost to the point where it gets me off balance, just a little bit. Then I'm going to put my heels down, let that weight pull me down, coming right into that. I'm going to hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and sit down. Now, when you're holding, you need to be back into your heels at this point. Okay, we're going to switch that up in a minute, but not right now. Okay, stay with me. Let's do 4 more just like this. So here's my 12 pounds. Tight tummy, drop your shoulders, breath through the nose, and exhale as you're coming up. That's 1, 2. Then I'm going to come down, down, down. I'm slipping into the heels, slipping into the heels. I'm not sitting yet. I'm holding, go into the heels. Just hang on there just for a couple more seconds and then sit. Take a breath. Drop your shoulders. Here we go. Up, heels. You can keep the weights down, or you can keep it out here, or you can keep it in close, whichever works for you best. This is going to feel a little more safe. This is going to be harder. When you're hanging it out down here and you're still engaging your arms, you can let it go, and it's going to pull you down however you want to do it. Slip into the heels. Here we go. Keep your chin tucked. Hang out down here. You're in your heels now. You're almost ready to sit, but you're not sitting. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Breath, breath, stay in your heels, then sit. Number 1, doing it this way, holding before you sit. And now I've added 2 more inches that I have to drop. But a lot of times, people don't realize how they drift. And when you go to sit down, you almost have like a, is my chair under me type panicky feeling. I'm trying to help you develop what's called muscle memory. So I'm gonna keep the weight here, drop my shoulders. I got 2 more of these. Here we go. We're gonna come up, not jerky, but fast, faster than sitting is what I mean. I'm slowing this whole process down. I hope you understand that. For a reason. Here we go. Heels, heels, heels. Here we go. Down to the heels. Now hold on. Go as low as you can without sitting. Hold on. Hold on. Breath. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Now sit and come in. We got 1 more. 1 more. Here we go. Drop your shoulders. Yes. Here we go. 1, 2. And then we're going to count 4 counts down. But before we sit, we're going to count an additional 4 counts. And that is your formula if you want to keep your quads and help strengthen your whole core. You got to hang on to it for a minute. We're going to come down 1, 2, 3, and just before you count 4, hold it and count 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 2 or 3 times. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, and come back down. So some people get really bored of doing repetitions. Then you need to hold more. So you have less repetitions, but you're going to hold more, okay? So big breath. Now I'm going to come up, and now I'm going to change mine up. You don't have to. You can do the same thing standing so that you have your chair as a little safety net in case something happens wonky and you have to sit down. I'm going to step away, okay? I'm going to drop my shoulders. I may increase my weight in just a minute, but right now I still got 12 pounds on top of my body weight. I'm going to do a hip hinge. I'm going to come down, 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 keep my knees tracking over my toes, and I'm going to come down lower than that chair. Breath, 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 breath. I'm going to come back up, squeeze the gluteals, drop your shoulders, breath, and hip hinge, go into your heels, stay down there, you're way down there, now drop a little bit more, drop your butt just a little bit more, hold it until you feel those quads grabbing, breath, 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 and then come back, and then come back. Now right here, there's many of us on today that have joints replaced. I have a hip replaced and a knee replaced. Some of you have both knees, both hips. And what we do, because we've had so much pain with movement, we tend to favor one side over the other. And unless I point it out and make you very aware that we do this, and I'm talking to myself too, as we go down, I want you to share the load of both legs. You're going into the heels, go into the heels, both about the same pressure. Don't go more over onto one than the other. Drop low, do not round your back. Take a breath, take a breath, take a breath, take a breath, and then come up. So I hope you made that correction, because sometimes we go down more on one leg than on the other. Okay, now we're going to change it up just a little bit. Okay, big breath. I've got 12 pounds right here. We're going to start right here. So the second move, so the first move, that if you're worried about your independence and your ability to move around, and or your muscle leaving you, and or your bones leaving you, start with squats or a sit to stand. Why? Because that's where you find yourself all the time. You're sitting somewhere. And hopefully, see what I'm doing? I'm using 12 pounds on one side. And I'm just taking about 3 or 4 steps. And I'm going backward. Then I'm coming forward. And what I'm doing mentally while I'm doing this is I'm trying to make sure that I keep my shoulders, my hips level. Okay? Then I'm going to move it over here. There is great value in doing a carry, a farmer's carry, which is the second move that I'm emphasizing today in the quest of keeping our muscles and being functional and helping our balance. Because when you take a step, you are for a split second doing a one-legged stance. Yeah. So if you want to do that better, load yourself up and hesitate once in a while. Okay? So I've taken about 3 or 4 passes of 3 to 4 steps, front to back. Yeah. I have 12 pounds hanging here, and I feel this is trying to go further down, so I have to work hard on the other side to equalize. See that? So I've done this many times with you before, but whenever somebody needs to change something up because they're bored with it, I'm saying there are a few things in life that you have to keep being able to do. And to do that well, you change up either how fast you do it, how deep you do it, how much you're carrying when you do the task. There's all kinds of ways to vary it, okay? Now I'm going to put this right in the middle. I'm going to lace my fingers, and I'm going to change it up a little bit, a little variety. I'm going to step just like that, but I'm going to step wider. So I'll turn like this so you see what I'm doing. So I'm right here, drop my shoulders. I'm going to take a wide step. And when I'm in this position now, I'm going to let my toe go out over, my knee go out over my toe a little. But you see how I'm maintaining back here with my toe? Yeah, so I'm right here now. I let that drop right to my knee, and I pull it right into my chest. So I'm going to come right here. I've got the toe grounding me in the back. My back is very extended. I'm going to go pull, breath, pull, breath. And I'm doing it this way because I purposely want to keep my shoulders low. Breath. And I just want to put that press into my back extensors, into my chest, into my shoulders. And I'm protecting the shoulders by keeping my shoulders down. Breath. And I'm holding my balance right here. See the toe back here? It's straight. And you should be now If you let your knee go out just a little bit and you're holding it like this, real tight tummy, you should be feeling burning in your hip muscles. Yes. And if you try to bring that back toe up just for a second, in this position, that is going to get your attention. Now you rock back, bring the weight right here. You still got this medium weight, which is a 12-pound weight that I'm holding dually with both arms, both hands. Now when you go back, notice your back foot. It should be pretty straight on, not flared out like a duck. Drop your shoulders, take a big breath. Don't stop on me. Get ready. We're still wide. And now I'm going to go forward again. The minute I start pushing the knee out over the toe, you want to round your shoulders. Don't do it. Drop your shoulders. Press. Go up into the toe box. Then you just let the weights come to the knee. Pull it back up. To the knee. Pull it back up. Breath. Stay with the knee out over the toe. Breath. The knee is out over the toe. Breath. Drop your shoulders. Breath. 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 And breath. So right now, right out here in your gluteal should be burning a little bit. Then I shift back so that the back knee is bent just a little. Got it? Good. Okay. Bring that leg up. I'm still maintaining my 12 pounds here. If this is pushing you, put your weights down and finish this. Okay? So now I'm going to do it with the opposite leg. So I'm going to step wide. See, I'm stepping wide. Okay? I'll turn around so you'll see on this side. Stepping out there. So much so wide that it makes me want to bring my back leg up, because that is the mechanics of walking or ambulation. Okay? So I've got my weight here. I'm way up here, and I'm going to do, what's the first thing? I shift as if I'm going to step, and I bring that toe. The toe is right in line with the knee, but the knee is pushing out over the toe. You got it? Now I'm going to bring those arms with the weight. Stay in there. Keep nice and tight. Press forward. Here we go. Right here. 1. Right here. 2. Right here. 3. Breath. 4. Hang on with me. Don't go fast. Just keep pushing that toe out. The heel, the knee over the toe. And you're at your toe back here. And if you try to bring the toe up a little bit, it's going to be real challenging. So be ready for that. Breath. Keep your shoulders down. Breath. 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 And then put your foot back. Shift into the heel with your knee bent. And you're easing up the pressure on the front and on the back. And you hold right here. Take a big deep breath. Then shift. Straighten the leg. The knee goes out over the toe. Yes, and you're almost releasing that back toe. Some of you can release it, some of you cannot. That's okay. Just keep shifting toward the toe box in the front. Breath. Pull. Breath. Hang in there. Hang in there. Breath. 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 Try to bring that heel up if you think that you want to try that. You don't have to. Breath. Keep your knee soft. Keep it bent. Keep the knee pushing out over the toe. Couple more. We're almost there. And come back into that knee bend. Rib cage up. Breath. And you're coming back. Okay? So we're doing variations on a farmer's carry. The farmer carry and the squat are two of the main moves that you need to keep doing, and you just spend at least 5 to 10 minutes in your daily whatever of working on these, okay? I've just shown you how to make them a little more challenging, right? See, I'm carrying, I'm just recovering, carrying, recovering. Okay, take a breath. You see that I have here my carry bag, right? And I used to have jugs, right? Okay, here's 12 pounds. Now, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm not saying how you are to load. You need to say how much you're gonna load. I have a pretty sturdy bag here. So what I have in here is 10, I have about 18 pounds right here. I have 12 pounds right here, correct? I am doing farmer carries, and I'm trying to show you how to do it progressively. You may not want to do this right now because you're not ready, but do it, you must, if you want to maintain the ability to pick up your own suitcases, to pick up your grocery bags, etc. Yes, I put 12 pounds in there, so I doubled it, basically, over doubled it, right? So it's around 25 pounds. You can find that in a kettlebell, or some of our weights get up to 18 pounds. But here's my carry. Do you see what I just did? That move right there, this one. When you're picking up a heavy item, I don't care if it's a suitcase, a bag of whatever, groceries, you know, a dog cage. So here I am. I'm going to turn sideways so you see what I'm doing. So here I am. Your mechanics are everything when you're going to a higher weight. And you might think, oh, well, that's unrealistic. I'm not going to ever pick that up. 25 pounds is just kind of living, okay? If you're going to do landscaping, if you're going to do work in your yard, you're going to do pick up your vacuum cleaner, right there. So do you see what I did? When I went down, I did not round my back, number one. I have the item that I'm going to pick up close to me. I don't reach over and do that. I'm going to hip hinge just like sitting in a chair. I don't let my knees go out or in. I want to be able to get down, grab the item, get ready, keep your chin tucked, press and pull it up. I just now broke down one of the classic moves that will pull people's backs out. Because what do? They bend at their back to go down and pick up a heavy suitcase or a heavy item of some sort. Now, what am I doing? I'm not doing great big steps, and I'm trying really hard to pull. This is going to go down a little bit because it's a significantly much heavier item. Okay? I have to use my solar plexus. I have to use my hands, my forearm, my shoulders, my upper back, my mid back, my lower back. I have to power through this with my hips, with my hamstrings, my quadriceps, my calves, my feet. Do you get the picture here? That's why carries are so important. But if you're carrying stuff that is too light to stimulate all those muscles to work, then we got to up our game a little bit and be ready. It's going to pull you off, okay? Especially if you haven't picked up something heavy. Okay, I'm got one more pass. Drop my shoulders, tight tummy, and I'm going to be very controlled. I'm going to keep breathing. So I'm carrying around almost 30 pounds. in this little backpack or this little bag. Then I'm going to bring it over here and put it down. I'm not going to keep going. That was significantly heavy, okay? So to recover, I'm going to do some rotations. Not slingy moves, okay? Not slingy moves. A turn. A turn. At first, I'm going to keep my feet more narrow because I don't want to turn out of control. I'll see that a lot of times in golfers. They'll just start flying, you know, slinging. I want my muscles to get this party started right now, see? And if I just sling my hands around, or if I put my club back here and just start going to it, and I forget to brace, and I forget to soften my knees, and I'm holding my breath, etc., that's not a good recovery. Okay, now I'm going to go wider, okay, in this little recovery effort. I'm going to soften my knees. Now I'm going to bring my hands up. I'm going to push and pull. So I'm pulling out here and I'm pushing back here. See that? So I'm going to go turn. I'm pushing and pushing, pushing, pushing. So it's pushing, pulling, I should say. Pushing, pulling. So I'm going a little more repetitious, a little more free floating, but I'm not slinging. Okay? I'm not slinging. I'm moving my whole body into this transverse move, a turning kind of a move. Okay, which is a function that you've got to maintain if you're going to move fluently and a little more in balance. And you just give yourself a good recovery time. Breath, 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 and breath. And come back down. Okay, now I'm ready to go back and pick up my load on the other side. And again, I am emphasizing one side of this. I could have another bag with this weight or a lighter weight, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But right now, I'm going to be close to my item that I'm going to pick up. I'm going to do a hip hinge, right? I'm going to keep my chin tucked because what's the first thing that happens when you're going to go down? You do this kind of a thing. I see it all the time. Okay? I'm going to drop my chin. I want to keep my neck in neutral. As I come down, I go into my heels. Here's the item I'm picking up. Big breath, tighten, and now you're up safely. Okay? And you've just avoided the biggest pitfall in injury of backs while picking up loads. Bend your knees. Do the same thing as we did that very first move. You're doing a sit to stand move. You're pushing into your heels. You're going down and picking up a heavy load. And you're trying now to not excessively lean. You're going to lean some, especially when you try to ambulate with 30 pounds on one side. Keep tight. Drop your shoulders again. Breath, breath. So I just take a few steps forward, a few steps back, being very mindful that I don't want to get really out of line. If you're going to a little, that's okay. But way down like this, we don't want. We want tight. We want level as possible. And then we want to try to ambulate with a heavy load. Yes, this is a farmer's carry. And this, like nothing else, if you can think of a compound move that hits a lot of areas of strength work, it's a farmer's carry. Okay? There's a reason why all those farm boys and girls are strong, is because they're out there lifting bales of hay, carrying buckets of stuff, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, that's why it's called a farmer's carry. Okay? Got a couple more passes. I'm really feeling it. Okay, breath, breath. I want to try to get as straight as I can with my walk. And then back, be careful going back. Don't go fast. Don't go fast. Okay, one more, just one more. Stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. And if you have a weight vest on, now we're talking some work. And if you do have a weight vest on, I hope you're really being careful to stay lined up. Okay, put that down. Open your hands. Close your hands. Step. Here we go. Pull. Go wide. Pull and push. So you're going to go push, pull. Push, pull. Don't go way out over your skis here. You're turning kind of around. You're turning your spine around a pole. Okay? Pretending a pole is right down through your spine and you're turning. So you're not excessively bending your back is the point. Breath, breath, tight tummy. Yeah, when I say tight tummy, just brace. Drop your shoulders, breathe. Yeah, all those things have to be done all the time. Take a big breath, take a big breath, take a big breath, take a big breath. Yeah, now shake your hands this way. Now, we've done squats and squat variations or a sit to stand. We've done farmer carries with a light load and then a heavier load, right? And I could go into lots of other variations, but I'm not going to do that right now because we're going to go to the third thing to focus on here. And that is plank variations. Now, let's say you've been playing hooky from your homework and you are not going to get down in the floor and do a plank. If you have a firm bed, that would be my next thing. But if you don't have those and you still want to benefit from plank progressions, then we will do it on a chair. And for this, I'll put on my little pad right back again. Okay? So, big breath. Put my hands right here. If being in a high plank is too hard, then just put your pad here and go to a low plank. And it's a low modified plank, I might add. Too many people just put off planking because it's too much trouble getting into the floor. I understand. However, or maybe it's prohibitive. Your movements are prohibitive from joints and all sorts of things. We're going to start right here. We've got a nice pad here. I'm in a little bit of a squat. And I'm going to just take my legs out a little. See that? I'm going to keep my shoulders in. And I'm just going to go down just a little and then come back. And see, I'm in a modified plank. I'm in a modified plank. I'm just going to drop my knees a little and then come right back to that point. So right here, keep your chin tucked, shoulders down. Go down just a little bit and then come back. Now you could be doing this whole thing with your weight vests on. And come back. Take a breath. Here we go, all the way in. See it just a little bit right here. And then come back. Then straighten your legs out. Now what I'm doing right now, excuse me, is not a true plank. I'm taking a little bit of a rest. Then I'm going to come back into it. I'm going to step back. And now I'm going to bring my whole body into the plank, modified plank position. Okie dokie. Take a breath. I'm just going to hold it right here. Take a breath. Don't push your hips up. Don't let them sink. Drop your shoulders. Now I'm going to step in right where we were. And I'm going to act like I'm going to bring my knees down to a kneeling, but then I don't. Take a breath. Bring it right back in. Right back in. Hold it right there. Hold it right there. Take a breath. Take a breath, take a breath, take a breath, then come back, then go all the way back, and go into your plank position, modified plank position. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, step in and step in. Now at this point, I want you to straighten those legs and drop your head down just as far as you can to the seat bottom there. Take a breath and then come back. Bend the knees and come back and come up. Take a breath. Listen, if you would work for 3 minutes on what we just did on a regular basis, we're at the third of 5 moves to help maintain muscles, okay? For function, for independence. And one of them is a plank. You can do it on the floor. I'm doing a modified to start with. Now I'm going to go back in and do the second one. This is progressions because of how I'm working the whole body. I'm going to stay at the high level now. I'm going to keep my elbows in. I'm going to keep my shoulders down. Really tight tummy. And if you have trouble with your wrists, many of us have a lot of trouble with our wrists. We have arthritis, we've injured, and it's very hard for you to do this, okay, with your hands. If that's you, just go to your fist and keep your wrists neutral. But you should be able to, at some point, unless you have broken your wrist and it's a real issue, you should be able to take in your body weight in a full hand. So I'm right here, and here I'm doing what I did before. I'm coming down as if I was going to kneel, but then I go back, okay? And you can take breaks. Here's your break 1. Here's a break. Then bring the heels up, drop the shoulders, elbows are bent. You're going to keep your chin tucked. You're going to act like you're going to go down to put your knees down, but then you don't. And you put your heels back down. And you can hold it, or you can do it a couple of times. Just don't go fast on this one. See how I'm coming down? I'm acting like I'm going to go down to kneel, but then I don't. Okay? So now I'm going to go all the way out into a plank mode. Keep really tight in the gluteals. Drop your shoulders. Your heels are off the ground now. You're going to hang on here. You're going to take a breath. 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 And then you're going to step in. Okay? And you're going to push that heel down really hard. Push that heel down while you're in a rest modality. Drop your shoulders. Big deep breath. Big deep breath. Yeah. Then I'm going to do the other one. See, I'm going to step back there. Here's my plank. Squeeze the gluteal. Your shoulders, your elbow, and your wrist are all in the same line. Then I'm going to bring that leg up, and I'm going to drop that other heel down. Okay? Bend the elbows. Drop your chin. Take a breath. Big breath through the nose. Big breath through the nose. So, by doing the plank variation from the chair like we're doing it right now, you could do it on the floor. You could do all this on the floor. You are getting into that calf, that whole leg, front and back. You can shift your weight and pull the toe up in order to do the front. Shift your body back and forth. This is a great move to keep in your little repertoire of moves that make you feel better, okay? Is this kind of a rotation. And you can switch, and you can do the other one. So drop your shoulders. Elbows are in. Don't flare your elbows here. Stretch that calf, and then shift. Pull the toe up, and get a big stretch coming off the front leg. Okay? Big breath. Now, I'm staying in a high modified plank. Why? Because I'm at a slant level, because I'm on this chair. If you're on a plain, flat surface on the floor, that is the full out plank. If this is too much for you, simply go right back to the elbow down position. Okie dokie. So I'm trying to really increase my ability to have my hands in this position, not neutral in the wrist. I'm trying to get my wrists, my forearms able to take a little more pressure. Okay, so now I'm going to step back, go into a plank, drop my heels, stay into this plank move, take a breath, drop your shoulders, take a breath, drop your shoulders, take a breath. Then I'm going to bend the knees a little and come right back. Bend the knees a little. What does that do? You have to use your core so much more. And I'm trying to get you into a strength move that you can control your body going into a kneeling situation. Okay? Or on the floor with your hands and knees situation. Breath. Bend the knees. Come on down. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And then come back. And then step back in. That should get your attention. Okay, check out your hands. So those are modified plank holds and their progressions just by using a move that you have to use to get yourself into the flower. See that? That's what I'm trying to get you to do. And some of us are really reticent to get down there because we get down there and we go, how do we get up? Then you can either put your hands in here, tighten your tummy, and push into the elbows, or you can use one leg at a time, okay? So I'm trying to use very functional moves with that. All right, we've done squats, sit to stands, farmer's carry progression, plank, modified plank, plank holds, and progressions. And now we're gonna do the bird dog or quadruped. So we're gonna do a little differently. So before we get started, here's my chair that I'm working on. I'm gonna ask you to pick one leg up, then the other leg up. And when you're gonna do that, take the few seconds that it needs for you to grab some kind of a pole to help you with, or get where there's a counter, put your hand on a wall. So now I'm going to shift. I'm going to bend my knee, and my target is the chair. Now, I have to go 2 inches higher, okay, and I left it there for a reason. Because to me, yes, we're on the 4th of 5 very important moves to keep your muscles. However, and the bird dog or a quadruped, where you're going to be using your arms and legs simultaneously and together, to me, and not just to me, to many researchers, a one-legged stance is among some of the most important things you can do to help you with your independence. So if nothing else gets your attention, that fact should. So drop your shoulders, tight tummy, shift. You're in a full foot pressure, but your knee is soft. Tighten the tummy, drive the knee up, and then tap. See this? And every time you tap, soften the knee that's the leg that's getting loaded, okay? So it's just a lift, breath. It's a lift, breath. This little move right here. This is a big time move. Make sure you have a bar to hold on to. Make sure you're holding on to a counter. Don't grip it, but have it there as a safety net. See this little move? My knee is soft. I'm picking the toe up, and I'm coming down. And you want to get really good at this kind of a move. Breath, knee is soft. A couple more times. Breath. So it's just an up and a down. You're going past 90 degrees. Your tummy is super tight. Right there. Big breath. Right there. Big breath. Your knee is soft here. Brace. Shoulders are down. 3 more. Here we go. Breath. Yes. And 1 more. Here we go. And then step, 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 step. Turn out because it's going to get tight. Turn out. So I don't feel anything on this hip. But on this hip, the one that I have more arthritis in, yeah, you feel it. This is one of the reasons why you want to do it, is not to kick it up or anything, but to use those muscles. Because when you have arthritis around a joint, those muscles get weak and they get tight, okay? So I'm using functional moves. So I got my bar here. First thing I'm gonna do is tighten my tummy, drop my shoulders, soften the knee that I'm gonna shift into, okay? And then I'm gonna say rib cage up, get my elbow down. I'm gonna drive the knee up and put it down. I'll do that a couple of times. Drive the knee up. When you're driving the knee up, ask yourself, am I locking this knee? Many of you do that. You lock it and then you wonder why you're struggling to get your balance, okay? Lower your center of gravity by bending the knee a little. Then drive, drive, drive up, and then hold it there and do tapping. Breath, uncurl your toes. So it's just a couple of high taps. Keep your knee soft. Keep your knee soft. Keep your knee soft. Take a breath. And then bring it down. Now we're ready to do slow, medium repetition of knee drive. Boom. Keep your knee soft right here. Tight tummy. Bring it down. Knee drive. Breath. Breath. Keep telling yourself, keep that knee from locking. Breath. Yeah. Here we go. Breath. The knee soft. Shoulders are down. Yeah. 8 to 10 lifts at a time. So your hip will tell you where you're at if you've got good positioning. Drop your shoulders, brace, knee is soft, drive. Breath, drive, about 3 more. Breath, drive up there, back down, drive up there. I think that was 3, wasn't it? Okay, I'll do 1 more. Sorry, Kathy. Okay, I'm going to keep this in my hand to make a point. Now we're going, so we took that as a little break. Now we're going into the bird dog or the quadruped. And we do this a lot of time on all fours. And if you want to get your little self down in the floor, God bless you. Go ahead and do it. I'm going to show you modified and then I will get in the floor. But I want to get you started. Those of you who are doing this and you know you can't get in the floor, okay? You're going to just put your hand on the chair to stabilize. You're going to be working with, I don't care which one, I'm working with my right arm, and I'm going to work with my left leg. Okay, and we're going to move our arms and legs in tandem and alternately. So, hand is on the chair, left leg back, right arm is straight out, and we're going to hold it right there. Keep the shoulder down, and I'm going to lift, and then I'm going to come back in. I'm going to keep that bar level and come back in. Don't turn your hips. You're lifting and you're holding. Breath, breath, breath. Yes, your knee, that is right here, is soft. Drop your shoulders, lift the heel, then lift the arm. That'll give you a much better chance of getting this move off the ground, so to speak. Breath, and then down and down. I'm going to lift, squeeze the gluteal, and lift. Breath, put it down, put it down. So this, you have to use your core tremendously to maintain this posture. So up, squeeze, then up, hold, 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 down and down. 2 more. Lift, squeeze, up, squeeze, hold, 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 down and down. 1 more. Lift, squeeze, and up, hold, 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 down and down. Bring that leg in, breath, and stand. Okay? So now we're doing it alternately, which is the classical bird dog move or quadruped. Now we're going to go to the other side. Big breath. I think we're doing good. I got 1 more to get to. Let me see. Oh, I got to hurry. Okay, are you ready? Here I am. I'm going to do right leg, left hand. So here I am right here. Put the hand in the middle. Squeeze the gluteal up, hold, and then up. Then come down and down. Breath. So I'm going to go up, tighten the gluteal, and then up. Hold, breath, then down and down. Drop your shoulders, breath. Lift the back leg. Lift the opposite hand up. Hold, 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 down and down. Soften the elbow, drop your shoulders, lift, lift, hold, hold. And you could be doing this whole thing with a weight vest, I might add. So that's what you do like on Friday and Monday. You do this whole thing again, and you do it maybe just with your weight vest, okay? Or with weight. Breath, 2 more on here. Down and down, keep your knees soft. Drop your shoulders, breath, lift, lift, hold, hold, squeeze, hold. Down and down, breath, lift, and lift. Big breath, breath, down and down. Okay? Now you can hold here, or this is the last move of the 5 that I highlighted today. I'll do it like this. You could use a band. I would use it around my knees first, and then my ankles. You do a little stance corrective. Drop your shoulders. Hands are here, and you're going to go out to the side with your leg. Bring it back in. Out to the side with the other leg. Bring it back in. Try not to get real wonky on your shifting, okay? I'll do it this way so you see what I'm doing. See, I'm going to go here. Toe is forward and in. I'm not trying to go high. If I wanted to go high, I would turn my toe, of course, and go way up. I don't want to do that. Drop, tighten, shoulders are down, out to the side, and you're hanging in there. Your toe is forward. I know. So add abductions, leaving the center of the body with those hips. Very important. As a matter of fact, if you broke each one of these down, did 1 through the day, then do the next through the day, like, the morning you're going to focus on the first 2 that we did, which is squats and farmer's carry. Then in the afternoon, you're going to work on your planks, your bird dogs, and then your hip abductions, AB. See how I'm doing this? I'm not leaning way out, and I'm not turning my toe. Very important that you hear that. That's the first thing I have to correct, and it has to do with a lot of things. It has to do with what's going on in your spine, what's going on in your hips, your knees, your feet, but you're trying to keep that toe forward. You're not trying to go real high. As a matter of fact, if you wanted to work these to make these stronger, because they are primary hip movers. I don't mean they're the big ones. They're the little guys that get screwed up and weak. Put your leg weight. Get you a 5-pound leg weight. That's not much for a hip. And do a series of abductions out to the side. Don't turn that toe. Yeah, I know, we're heading out here. So this is your 5th one. Squats, farmer's carries, planks, and progressions in all those, bird dogs, and hip abductions. Woo! I know, we're out of here. Some people are already gone. Some people came in. Good job, y'all. We got practice carrying shoes, Nancy.